I never thought in a million years I would find a fish creature so fucking adorable. What the fuck? Why was this so good?
Water sound effects. Boop, 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 boop.
You are a butt. Hi guys, welcome back to the Charming Analysis podcast. I'm Mari.
Jay.
And today we're going to be doing our last podcast before we start production on our Halloween Spectacular for this year. So today we decided to watch The Shape of Water.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to be talking about it and reviewing it because, oh my gosh, this was such an unexpectedly good movie, in my opinion. I was not expecting this to be good, but we're going to talk about that. So, honey, why don't you explain what The Shape of Water is for those who don't know?
The Shape of Water is a monster fuck movie.
Jay, you got to be more specific than that.
No, a woman and a fishman get together and they fall in love and then they fuck.
Jay, that is not how the whole story goes.
Well, you can explain it.
That's the gist of it, but not the entire story. So, basically, the gist of it is what Jay said, but if you want to get more typical, it's basically about a mute woman named Eliza, I believe is how you say her name, who works in a power plant kind of factory job. This takes place in the 60s, where her and her older gay roommate basically discover a monster, like a sea monster, and she ends up developing a relationship with said sea monster and basically wants to release it back into the wild where he belongs. And that's basically the gist of the story. And Elise and the amphibian fall in love and all that stuff. That's the gist of what this is. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you go first. What did you think of The Shape of Water? Because I was honestly expecting this to suck. I'm not going to lie to you.
Why?
I don't know, okay? You gave me no context coming into this, so I was like, why do I feel like this is going to be a movie that sucks? But it actually was really good.
I came in with probably higher expectations, honestly. I've never seen this movie.
Neither have I.
But, I came in with higher expectations, and I think I was brought down to earth really quickly.
Really?
Yeah. It's a very romanticized fantasy version. But I think I was brought down a little bit. I was overhyped for this movie, and that just brought it down to an okay movie for me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Bean, come on.
You gotta realize that this, won so many achievements, dude. You gotta realize that it was, people were best movie of the year. And I'm like...
I think they were right in that regard.
Movies.
I thought it was
I'm sure there's better movies that came out in 2017.
I still thought it was really good, though.
It was... Yeah, but, I don't know, overhyping. But even if I wasn't overhyped, I would still, I still like it. It's really pleasing to look at. And
it's a period piece.
But I think the most I like about it is the cinematography and the set.
Yeah, it looked really good. And the way that they did the effects on, they basically called the guy the amphibian man. They didn't even give him a name, which I feel like they should have gave him a name of some kind, but they really didn't. So, for the sake of the video, we're just going to call him Seaman.
Seaman.
Oh, okay, no, that's actually wrong. No, that's not what I meant. You stop it. No, you stop that. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I was trying to make that a lot better than I was expecting it, but okay, fine. We'll pick a different thing. Mm-hmm. Basically, we'll call this Amphibian Man. We'll just call him Amphibian Man like the thing says, or Am Man. I don't know.
Am Man.
I'm trying to think of a way to shorten it.
Just call him Fishman.
Fishman? Okay, fine. We'll call him Fishman then. Stop looking at YouTube while we're talking about this. Yes.
No.
Jay, why are you like this? Anyway, so, personally, I thought this was really good. For something that came out in 2017, and for the way that they did...
You act like 2017 was that long ago. It really wasn't.
Still. But I genuinely thought they did a really good job with this movie. The set design, which I agree with you, was honestly fucking beautiful. Mm-hmm. The cinematography was fantastic. And I loved the characters in this. I thought they were really well-rounded characters and stuff like that. I thought Elise was a really good, like, protagonist. A lot of people were saying she was just deaf, but she's technically mute. Because I was like, at first, I was thinking, well, she's deaf. People would be signing to her because she does sign language throughout the movie, kind of thing. So I thought, well, how the fuck is she, like, hearing all this? And I was like, she's probably just mute.
Mm-hmm. And then you looked it up.
I looked it up because I wanted to clarify. For those going into this, she is mute. She can hear, but she just can't speak, kind of thing. Because normally with sign language, because I took classes on sign language in college, most of the time if someone's deaf, they have either someone signing to them or they have an interpreter. And that's what I thought. I was like, where's her interpreter? And then I looked up that she's technically just mute. So she could still hear everything. She just couldn't talk to anybody. So I just want you guys to understand that. She's not deaf. And she's just mute. I just want people to understand that about this. But I do think we need more movies that have, like, people doing sign language because I feel like we don't have enough of that, honestly. And I liked that. That's one of the things I liked about this movie because I want to get back into doing sign language. I think it's an interesting, like, language and stuff, and I liked learning it and stuff like that, and I want to get better at that stuff. But we don't have enough movies that have protagonists that don't do sign language enough, and I thought that was nice that we actually get one like that. And I also liked the fish man. I thought he was adorable. Like, he was so cute. Like, my goodness, they did such good designs with him. Like, do you agree? Because I thought they did a good job designing him. Like, he was so cute. He was adorable. My goodness, I just wanted to hug the poor guy. Like, and platonically. Like, platonic hug. Because he is adorable. Aww. My goodness. So I guess, what did you think about, because you said it was like a period piece. What did you think about it being like a period piece?
I think it's great. I think more, I don't know. What monster movies have been, like, done in the 21st century?
I don't really know. Not very many that I can think of.
And if they are, they have to be mutants or superheroes or something
Besides
like that.
those, but, like, actual ones like this, not very many.
There's not many monster movies that come out as much. There's, like, killer movies, slasher movies.
A lot of them are more, like, horror movie aspect.
Movies, possession movies, all of that stuff. Not really, like,
they kind of make
romance movies for the monster.
They mostly go toward the horror route when it comes to things like this, but this is one of those rare circumstances where they just did, like, a romantic movie kind of thing with it. And I thought they did a great job with it. I thought it was adorable. Like, their chemistry was nice and stuff like that. I liked their chemistry throughout this. And also, the older gay guy was so funny. And he was so nice. Like, my goodness. I feel bad that... I'm guessing he was crushing on the other guy.
Yeah.
I'm sad that, they didn't like each other back, or at least he should have at least let him down a little bit more gently. I thought that was kind of sad. Well,
he was also just prejudiced in general.
That too, and it's
prejudiced against everybody.
We need, like... I understand it was of its time and stuff like that, but still... I just wish there were more movies that had more accepting, people like that. You know what I mean? Like, more people that were accepting of it. But at least Eliza was such a good ally.
Wasn't killed.
Thankfully, finally, a movie where the gay person doesn't die. Thank you. Like, that's the other thing I was going to say. He doesn't die the gay guy doesn't die. So that made me happy, honestly. But, so I guess, what was your favorite part about this movie? Besides the cinematography...
I liked the costume that they did for the Fishman.
Honestly, yeah. Like, they did such a good job designing him. Like, at first I was like, they're going to make him either look really fucking weird or he's going to be, like, CGI. But they did a great job with him, honestly. Like, I'm impressed of how they did his design. I just wish they gave him a fucking name, damn it. Like, they should have gave him some kind of name. You know, so they didn't just call him, like, the Fish Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's kind of sad, in my opinion. Like, I feel like they should have, like, I don't know, done something with that, in my opinion. But do you feel like they should have given him a name? Because I feel like they should have.
I mean, it's whatever, you know.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe it would have, like, been a bit better, in my opinion, if they did that. But maybe it's just me. So what did you think of, like, the whole story? Because I liked the story for this. Like, I thought it was interesting. It was very compelling. And the ending I was actually not expecting. I thought she was just going to let the guy go, and then she was just going to be like...
I feel like I would have liked it more if it was probably better acted. Like, if it was...
Like, if it was what?
I don't know. If, like... I just feel like I would have liked it a lot more if it was... Like... Just... If it was acted better. If, like, if it wasn't, like...
If it wasn't, like, what?
I don't know. I've seen more... Like...
You've seen a lot more acting done better.
I've seen acting done better for this type of...
Romance movie.
Yeah, romance, you could call it.
But they were trying to do something different, and I like that they were trying to do something
it's like
different.
Fantasy. It's a fantasy monster romance movie. That's just... I would rather go, like, really, like... I would rather try to go, like, go all out full fantasy, or, like... I don't know. Maybe because, like, if you want to make something, like, if you want to make, like, a certain time period, like, a fantasy...
They should have done a bit more with it. I see where you're coming from.
I don't know, make it, like, more, like... I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about The Great Gatsby.
You're probably thinking about that.
I'm probably thinking about that.
This isn't The Great Gatsby, honey.
I know it ain't The Great Gatsby, but I don't know.
Come on, like...
Not
everything is gonna be...
It just didn't really click for me. It just didn't click for me. I didn't really think it was, like, the acting was all, like, great. It gave me, like...
They did good.
It didn't give me much...
to work
character.
With. You feel like they should have just developed the characters a bit more. Yeah. Which, I can understand that. But, I think for what we got, I still think it was a good movie.
These are, like, great seasoned actors, so I don't know. Like, I feel like they could have brought more to it than that.
I still thought it was good. With what we got for it, I still think they did a good job. And stuff like that. I personally liked it. I would definitely watch this movie again. Would you watch it again?
Probably not.
What? Jay, come on.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I watched it, and I'm like, normally when I watch movies that are okay, I'm like, okay, I'm happy I watched it, but I'm probably not going to watch it again, because I'm sure there's other better movies that do this.
Also, this is what...
monster movies, which I don't know if we've ever gotten. Maybe. I don't know.
I kind of hope they do more like this.
I feel like it's a more animated, like, genre.
Yeah.
What if this was, like, an animated movie? I feel like...
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, okay...
I feel like I would fuck with it more if it was animated.
That was actually the next question I was going to ask.
I would forgive it probably a lot more if it was animated.
So you would have liked this better if it was animated compared to live action? Yeah. Which I can also understand that. Like, I feel like it would have been really interesting animated.
It really feels like, besides, like... Well, no, there's rated R animated films, so I have no qualms with, like...
them trying something in live action.
Yeah.
Whether it be, like, a cartoon or something.
Yeah.
So, personally...
I feel like if it was, more, like, if it was, like, a classical, like, 2D, like, I would say...
And like, I can also understand
like, that. The very, like, sketch... Like, if you ever seen, like, what's it called? The
what?
Like, if you ever seen, like, the style of, like, the animated films, like The Illusionist or The Three Triplets of Belleville, I think that's what it's called.
I don't know if I've seen
It's a very, like, sketchy, like, almost sketchy line work style where they get all of, like, you know, they'll get every single angle of a room, and it's, like, or I guess you would say, like Atlantis.
Yeah.
City of the Lost Empire or something.
Yeah,
like
I get
that
it.
type of style of animation, I feel like would go well with like
Something
a story
like this. I can agree with you on that one. Personally, for me, I'm okay if it was this or animated, honestly. Like, I think either would have worked, in my opinion.
Maybe I just like my gothic stories, like, animated.
Yeah.
But I've seen gothic stories work in live action.
It depends on how they do it. But also, this is another Guillermo del Toro, like, movie.
I don't think it's his best work.
It's not his best work, but I still think it's pretty good, in my opinion. I personally like this.
What's the other one? Pan's Labyrinth? Is that the one he did?
I don't remember.
Never seen Pan's Labyrinth.
We should watch like more of his movies. Because isn't he the same guy that did the newer Pinocchio movie that we reviewed?
I feel like that's a better movie than this one.
I know, but I still think it has potential.
Yeah.
Like, but also I was gonna say this. This is one of those movies where I feel like this doesn't need a sequel. Honestly, I feel like this is a one and done movie.
I feel like it doesn't.
Like, this is one of those movies to where I'm satisfied with what we got, and I'm happy that it doesn't have a sequel, personally, because I don't know what they would have even done after this if they had done a sequel, which I'm kind of glad they didn't.
I don't need a sequel.
That's what I was saying. This one doesn't need a sequel. It really doesn't. It's good.
If you're not conventional to the public, then you're not getting a sequel.
Okay? I get it, but you know what I mean? Like, because
no one wants to watch the fish fucking movie the second time.
Well, if you like that kind of thing, like, that's not my gig, but, like, I did think this was a good movie.
If you got a sequel to the fish fucking movie, I don't know if you would want that.
I don't know. I'm just saying it was a good movie.
Like,
that's not the only thing they fucking did. They at least, like...
Sorry, if you don't have, like... The most things that ever get sequels ever is, like, action movies.
And other types of movies.
And
people that...
movies.
And stuff that's very well received.
No. Actually not.
Really?
Probably not.
Anyway. So, I guess another thing I want to ask would be... What would you have done differently if you were able to... If this movie ever got remade? What... Like,
I don't know. This is a passion project. First of all, this is a passion project. Like...
I know.
I wouldn't know what... Like, how to remake stuff.
I know.
What would I do to remake it? I don't know.
I don't know either, but, like... It would be interesting to see if this ever gets remade. I know it's probably not going to be for a very long time, but if this ever got remade, I would like to see what they do with it. Because it is really good and stuff like that. I feel like this movie does need a chance to kind of, like... I don't know. I feel like they need to be able to, like, do more with it, though. Still, for what we got, I personally liked it. Even though the fish man ain't my kind of cup of tea, but he was adorable. I just wanted to give him a big platonic hug so he feels better, because I feel bad that they were hurting the poor fish man. What? Well, they were. Anyway, so I guess another question I want to ask would be, before we kind of give our rating for it, would you see more of Guillermo del Toro's
yes
films?
Sorry, I've already said that, like, regardless, he's still someone that I need to, like...
Watch more stuff for.
Watch more stuff.
Because I would like to watch more from him, honestly.
Because he's Latino, like me.
I know. And I want to see more of his work. I feel like he does a good job, depending on, like, the movie and stuff like that, but I would definitely watch more of his work. I think he did a great job with it. So, okay, so very last question before you rate it. Would you recommend this to somebody? I want to know your opinion, because I would recommend it if you're into, like, 60s kind of music. Like, if you like the 60s, and if you like...
I would recommend it to someone. Like,
romantic kind of, like, monster movie. I feel like this would be a good thing to recommend somebody. Just so you guys are understanding, this is a rated R movie. So there is nudity and other stuff in this. So just so you guys are aware of it before you go into this. Okay? There's naked people in this. In the lightest way possible.
There's naked people.
Naked people. Alright. So I'm going to give my rating first.
Okay.
I would probably give this... probably give this a 9 out of 10, honestly.
Damn.
I liked it. I thought the story was good. I liked the atmosphere. The only thing I kind of wish that we got more of is a little bit more character development with the main protagonist, and I really wanted to have more moments with her and the fish man, honestly. Like, just more, like, moments of her teaching him things. Mm-hmm. I feel like they kind of rushed that just because, like, oh, we gotta, like, try and get the fish man back to sea. I feel like they didn't spend enough time with each other. Even though it's implied that they did.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish we got to see more of that. But besides that, I think it's a solid movie. I give it a 9 out of 10. I would definitely watch this again. I thought it was good. So what would you give it? Honestly, like, I want to know your opinion. What would you give this movie out of 10?
I would give it...
Well...
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. I'm more than happy with that answer. So, I would definitely recommend this to somebody. Please. Please go watch this movie if you haven't. It's good. But, anyway, that's basically the end of the podcast for today. But, we are going to be starting our production for the Halloween Spectacular, so hopefully we get some stuff done. Hopefully by, like, the 1st. Maybe we might see something out by then.
Uh-huh.
Or at least before that. We'll see. But we do plan on starting the production for that soon. So thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out.